Hi guys, this is Stephanie from Grovery Homestead coming to you with the update video on my watermelon patch. So I didn't think it was going to do much because it was in such a little small space. If you haven't seen the video when I first put it out, it was just about an 8 or 10 foot patch of dirt covered with some straw and some black paper with holes in it, and I planted the plants in the holes, and it has grown out pretty well, and I am just starting to get watermelon, well, of different sizes from different plants on here. So I wanted to show you guys real quick what I have so far. That's a baby watermelon that's coming from a vine, and then I have another one here. I'm not sure if these are the Charleston Gray, the Jubilee, or the Congo. I'm pretty sure I planted, but they're growing, and I'm just gonna let them do their thing in this little area. We're gonna have to just cut around. The grass is growing in between the plants vining out, so we're just gonna let them do their thing, let the grass grow up and protect the watermelon. I was outside watering my plants yesterday, and I saw this, and I was like, what? How did I miss this big old thing? Let's see if I can get it in the sun. So that thing is about 8-9 inches long, and I was like, well, go me. And I started looking around for some other ones. I didn't see any as big as that one, unless they're tucked inside of the middle somewhere. And I'm not about to go venture into all that, because I did see a snake a couple weeks ago, little black rat snake. I'm not even gonna worry about it, but I'm not going in there. So I came to the other side, and I found this one, which is for sure a crimson sweet. It's a good size. It's definitely grippable with my hand. I'm excited to see that one. Hopefully the birds don't get it, because it's like so far out from the rest of it. So I hope it's going to be safe and okay, and the birds or something else doesn't want to start nibbling on it. But that's pretty much all I have for this. And my little cucumber plants back here are just steadily kicking out little cucumbers. That was about my third or fourth one that I've pulled off of this plant. We just picked one last week, and this one popped up this week. I do have that orange one over there that I'm trying to let the seeds mature so I can have some more of those for next year. I have another little cucumber right there. And my elderberry is doing well. Wanted to try to show you guys my cantaloupe that I planted. The seeds from out of cantaloupe that we purchased from out the store. They're going crazy too, and the grass is even crazier. We're just going to let the grass protect the flowers and the fruit that is coming on there. It looks really scary. I'm not a fan of tall grass at all. But I was out here watering, and I'm just going to try to stick my hand in here without being so intimidated to show you guys. Ugh. Oh my God. So we have a big cantaloupe right there, and I think it's almost ready. Almost. I didn't do the research on how to tell when they are ready. And then I have that big one there. And I have 3 tiny ones right there. And I have, oh my gosh, let's see if I can zoom in. I have another big one back there hiding behind the leaves. Those banana plants that I planted, they're growing. At least some of them are doing better than the other ones. So I can safely say that I have at least or 5 cantaloupes. The rest of my garden is so hot out here in South Carolina. Everything's drying out too fast. My Christmas lima beans have dried out. The pool method worked up to the point where when it hit 90 plus degrees, it just evaporated the water too fast. And they dried out before I can get back to it. This is my summer area. My beans are starting to die off. I have planted a second succession on the other side on the fall garden. But for the most part, I have some beans drying out, which is great because I'm going to harvest those and save those for next year. This whole bean I'm going to let go to seed because I don't have any more of those. So I'm just going to let them do their thing and dry out. I even have the red ones down here that I'm going to let go to seed, and some scarlet runner beans that I'm letting go to seed. So I think for the most part we are done harvesting the beans to eat, and we're going to let everything else go to seed. As you can see, it's dying off, so we'll just let the energy go into harvesting those seeds and get them mature. This plant is doing very well. It still has flowers coming. I have a little bug right there. He's trying to stay still. But yes, we're gonna use these to make pepper sauce to go over like greens and stuff that we're gonna be using. I'm growing for the fall, like the pepper sauce you can buy out of the store. I forgot the name of these. I just figured out the name yesterday, but I forgot. So we have plenty of those. Need to start picking them. Jalapenos are doing well. I actually cooked some of those in my air fryer with some stuffed cream cheese. Delicious. Our okra didn't do well this year. It's so sad. We only had a few plants that germinated, and the ones that did germinate, it's not as abundant as I'd like for it to be. But oh well. My tomato box, I've already started pulling those out because they're drying out as well. I'm going to replace it with Swiss chard in this area. I need to pick those right there. My Brussels sprout box. Oh, my Brussels sprout box. And the kale, I'm leaving it like it is. It needs to be watered because it's so hot out here. It was like 100 degrees out here. We thought it was going to rain, but the rain skipped us totally. This poor box. This is supposed to be my Swiss chard for the fall. Between the cat sleeping in there and it being so hot, I don't know. It should spring back up. But I'm not giving up hope on this box. It does this every year. No worries. So I rearranged. I don't know if I did a video on there or not. I rearranged my boxes. I had these 2 boxes over there, which I've now moved. This is my kale box, my dino kale. That's going to be for the fall. And then, oh my gosh, I have some lettuce I started, which is probably going to die or either bolt. And then I did start some Swiss chard in that other blue box. It didn't make it. It's too hot. It died. The poor little seedlings died. My chayote squash. It's big and beautiful. The leaves droop so bad during the day because it's hot. And they're just trying to conserve water. And then they pop back up once it starts cooling down. This is how the leaves look during the daytime. They just look so droopy. And then they perk back up in the evening like that. I still have no fruit. It is a week from being August. There's no fruit on this. It takes about 9 months is what I've seen on other people's video, which means there should be fruit coming within the next 2 months, hopefully, or all this was in vain. I'm just so sad, but I'm proud at the same time because this is the biggest that I've ever gotten one. I didn't think they would actually survive in South Carolina because of the heat, but I think it was just the box. It was just like it dries out so fast that it didn't have a chance in the box. But since I got it in the ground, it's searching for more water and staying more hydrated. And I might leave it there and see if it pops back up this next spring. If it does, great. If it doesn't, I'm not too worried. My basil is doing well. I'm about to probably harvest some more of that basil and let it dry out, air dry in the house. Other than that, with this chayote squash plant, if it didn't fruit this year, if it comes back next year, I'm pretty sure that it will hopefully fruit next year if it survives the winter, which it doesn't get less than 10 degrees, being the worst. So we'll see. I could probably just cut it back and cover it with a bucket all winter and it should be fine. In this pool, I have my goji berry plants that were temporary places, which I have to definitely find permanent places this fall to plant them. I still have my butternut squash plant going crazy. It did give me 2 fruit, which I wasn't even planning on planting any of those, but they just volunteered and grew. So that was nice to harvest those 2 little fruit, and then they got some more coming. I really want to pull it out, but as long as it's producing stuff, I'm just going to let it keep doing what it does. But yeah, that's all I really have for you guys. I just was so proud about my little watermelons and wanted to share it with you guys. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If not, then move on to another video. But I do appreciate you guys watching, and I'll give you an update on my fall garden in another video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.